guys, it's Miss Michelle here. And as I talked about, I'm at an active live construction site. I'm actually at what's going to be the new Madison Early Childhood Center. So I have all of our questions here that we said we wanted to ask the person in charge. And guess who I found? The person in charge. But I don't know his name, so I have to ask him. What is your name?
My name is Trey.
Hi, Trey. Nice to meet you. I'm
Nice
Miss
to meet
Michelle. What is your job here?
I am the project engineer for this job out here in Madison.
All right. So he's the guy in charge. So I'm going to ask him our questions, okay? All right, Mr. Trey. Where are the blueprints hanging up?
So in existing buildings, nobody has X-ray vision. So a lot of times there are things that you won't necessarily know about up until you actually go in and see it after the fact of demolition, let's say. So there's a lot of things that are just unforeseen up until the point where you see it firsthand, and then you have to go and make that decision of how to change and make the project keep moving forward.
Interesting. Now, would the blueprints or your plans ever change while you're in the middle of your construction project?
Yes, that is very common that they change just to make sure whatever comes up that you aren't exactly aware of prior to construction, you guys can move in the right direction and make sure that this project gets done like everyone's expecting it to.
Ah, well, thank you. All right, next question. Does the foundation always come first?
Now, this is a great question, but no, it actually doesn't. Typically, when you go onto a site, a lot of times the site needs to get cleared, and then after the fact, there's a lot of underground utilities, civil work that needs to happen.
Interesting. Okay. Now, do you have any electric hammers here?
A lot of people are using nail guns here. They're a big hit with the trades, so yes, that is very common.
Oh, so a nail gun is also a fancy word for an electric hammer.
Exactly.
Very
yes.
cool. Next question. Is Madison going to be 10 feet tall?
It is going to be 10 feet tall. There's some areas that are near 20 feet tall, so double that.
Oh, very cool. All right. Now, this was the question Miss Michelle said she was very interested in. Do different colored construction hats mean different things?
So it depends on the company, but yes, sometimes the journeymen will have a certain color. The foremen who run the crew will have a certain color. And then sometimes even the superintendent of the company will have a different color.
All right. All right. Does a cement truck always have to be moving?
Yes. So with that, you always want it to make sure that it's mixing so that nothing settles. So you're always moving it to make sure that mix is perfectly combined, and when it comes out, it's good.
All right. So even when the concrete's pouring out of the back of the cement truck, is it still spinning?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
It actually speeds up to make sure that mix is perfect before it comes out.
Interesting. It gets faster. We didn't know that. All right. How do the people get on the roof to fix it or build it?
So in buildings, a lot of times there's roof hatches. So there's a ladder that will be either mounted to a wall or get you up to a roof hatch, which is basically a door that leads you to the roof where you can go up there and do whatever you need to.
So that would be inside the building?
Correct.
Oh, okay. What if it's super high and you can't reach that door?
So there's actually very tall ladders that can be built to get you to that door. So there's a lot of different ladders that can be made to make sure you can reach said roof hatch.
All right. So are there ladders that are taller than houses?
There are plenty of different ladders that come in different heights, and you would be shocked at how high they can get.
Very interesting. Thank you, Mr. Trey. All right. Can a plumber and an electrician work at the exact same time?
Oh yeah. Yes, you need to make sure that you can have your job run smooth where a lot of different people can work at once, because the timeline is what it is, and you need to make sure that everyone knows what they need to be doing as a whole group and coordinate to make sure everyone plays nice within our project here.
Plays nice. You got to play
Yes.
nice at a construction
You have
site.
to.
All right. Now, how would you know that the water is coming through the pipes once they're installed?
It's a great question. So really it all comes down to, you start at point A, you do everything that you need to along the way, And as you go, you just test to make sure that, okay, nothing's leaking. We still have the correct, pressure throughout the system, so that at the end, when you go to turn it on, all right, everything should be coming out the way it needs to.
Awesome. There we go. All right, our last question. What is welding?
Welding is when you fuse two materials together. So it's used a lot in construction to make sure you have good connections between different materials or similar materials. So that's another great question.
All right, well, I'm going to ask a follow-up question that wasn't on here, but Miss Michelle's brain just clicked on. Why do the welders have to wear that special mask when they're welding?
It is very bright. It is as if you looked into the sun. So they
so it's
wear
to
a
protect
mask
your eyes.
for their eyes.
Thank you very much. Well, Mr. Trey, you answered all of our questions. We asked our expert all of our questions, and he knew all the answers, so he must be the construction site expert. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Trey.
Thank you for all your questions. Great questions.
All right, bye, friends.